It's the CalebDMTG Gathering Show.
We've had enough of this nonsense.
And this is like a mid-level iteration version of the Delver deck. The good things about this deck is that it's playing the appropriate cantrips. It's playing all 4 probes, all 4 thought scours. You want to be doing that. When you're playing that many cantrips, though, you don't need 23 lands. And the payoff for playing this many lands, I guess, is the fireball effects on the top end. You're just kind of hoping that Bonfire gets lucky for you. So, a few pros and cons going on here. We're going to be main decking Mana Leak, because we have that ability. And I think I want one of these 6-drops in here, and I think I don't want Dungeon Geists. Maybe I'll cut Image too. Image was pretty important in its day, because it was like one of your answers to Thalia, and it was one of your answers to Thrun. You know, like your opponents were playing a lot of cards that you really wanted to image. Even just like copying a Blade Splicer or something was great. But I don't think we want it in our main deck for this gauntlet. What I think I want is either one of these Titans or the Consecrated Sphinx. Consecrated Sphinx was really, really good to resolve against the control decks of the time. So that was the one that you usually played as a 6-drop to like grind people out and stuff. But I wonder if Frost Titan's actually better for this field. You vote Inferno Titan? Inferno Titan's sweet. Inferno Titan versus like fairies and stuff.
We have to get away.
Let's play like 1. And maybe cut the Devil's Play. Or maybe I'll leave it in. Having a 6-drop in here makes me feel a lot better about having 23 lands. Just much, much better. Lavamancer seems good in this field. Yeah, you want to main deck that one? We could do that. One of the issues with main deck Lavamancer is it does play awkwardly with Rune Changer's Pike. But I guess I can carry a Pike too. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it in the board. Let's get a Pillar of Flame. I want to play a Gut Shot so bad. Yes, everybody knows that Blue-White ended up being better and dominating Standard and all that stuff. We were, everyone that lived through it. It wasn't really a debate. At the end of things, that's why I was saying this was a mid-level deck. They got some things right. It was probably the appropriate choice for the tournament that it won, right? Can I change the main deck land count? If I want to. I could like pull some and bring Lighthouse in and stuff. The issue with doing that though is a lot of the sideboard cards aren't great to supplement the lower land count. You'd be just like moving Image back in, you'd be cutting Inferno Titan, and playing like main deck Gut Shot and Lavamancer. So you'd play like these 3 cards, Image, cut Titan, cut one of the Bonfires maybe, and then you could cut like a land or 2 and go down to... Anyway, you get the idea. I think it's a little bit better to just start with the deck with one of the 6-drops. Oh, I didn't export it. There are 18 decks in the field, and not everybody is playing Omnath. I played against it like once or twice. A lot of people are sick of that deck because it was just in standard. So even though it's Busto, so really not everybody's playing it. Also, if we get into an Omnath battle where we're cloning their Omnaths or whatever, I think we lose. I don't think we win that game. +1 gut shot, -1 land. Yeah, that could be good. Don't hate that idea either. So our colors are here, and we have some really cantrips. But we don't have Delver. We don't have Stalker. And we do have 4 lands, which is kind of a lot. Oh, we're on the draw? So we very rarely need double red, so we're gonna bin a mountain here. You're definitely overvaluing probe knowledge if you think that impacts our keep there. We're facing Cobblade. That is what probe would have taught us. You want to pay life for the probe here, because you want to also be able to play the Thought Scour. If not Delver, if you draw one. They put 2 cards on top for their preordain. I'm actually going to scour them. Yeah, fuck your Stoneforge. So we have a couple of things that we could do here. We could Snapcast back Probe here and go to 14 life and draw a card. Or we could spend our whole turn playing Pillar of Flame on a Squadron Hawk. And then next turn, Snapcast back a Probe or a Scout or something. Don't really feel great about either line. Playing out Pike would be pretty bad this turn. Doesn't do anything. If they didn't have Dismember in hand, I would probably go for the Snapcaster line. And then next turn, go Pillar plus Pike. Sneaking in a Snapcaster to get a big hit is not very likely to happen with their Dismember. Two birds down. Jace Fate Seal. Jace Fate Seal. Do it, coward. Yeah, they're not doing it. Plus, if you're going for that line where you end of turn Snapcaster and then untap Pike, why does it matter if the Pike's in play when you play the Snapcaster versus casting and equipping on your turn, right? It just super doesn't matter at all. Three Hawks down. Hey, Zach thanks for the $5. Zach says they just got their new TV set up. I get to be the second thing they're watching on it? Hell yeah. Here's to relaxing the rest of the night? Yeah. One more, let's see. There's like an hour left in the stream. We'll probably have time to finish this, finish the Delver run. Probably have time for all that. It's a good tech edge. Gutshot would be hot here. Is there any Inkmoth, Jace, Dismember? So we can play the Pike and equip. And we're not going to offer a trade with Snapcaster because then they get to play a Jace on an empty board, which is pretty bad for me. And here they can play the Jace, but either the Jace needs to find another Dismember or they need to chump with the Squadron Hawk. Jace just brainstorming. We've gone through so many fucking Hawks. I kind of want to fucking 10 them. You know what I mean? And the opponent's got to be real careful. Because we can, like, snap Vapor Snag. If they just, like, pass with Hawk up over here or whatever, we can snap Vapor Snag on their end of turn. And then untap Pike Serve. Inkmoth does give them a blocker. Very relevant. Jace does have a minus. Snapcaster, not the best card to minus on, but I really liked the one of Moreland Taunt in the blue-white version of the stack. It was real sweet for piking folks, piking Fuels. Opponent's using up all their blue mana. Well, shit, hum. I thought about Vapor snagging the Stoneforge Mystic, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. I was kind of hoping I would get a red source for the Scald Blast. Because mainly the turn that they went for Jace would have been amazing. Sure. I don't understand any of this at all. Yeah, they gain 3 life and go up to 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, we win if we get a red source, I suppose. For the Gal Blast here. Let's go red source. Vapor Snag would also do it off the top here. What about a Desolate Lighthouse? Ooh, also quite good. God, can you imagine if they tried to dismember here? If they had another one? Yeah, Galvanic Blast is just a shock. We're playing Pillar of Flame Tomb. There's 10 red sources in the deck total. Does this card matter? I don't think this card matters. Get the appropriate 6-drop in here. Yeah, I wonder if double red's like actually kind of difficult. At 6 we should be fine. Do I want Combust? I feel like Combust is worse than like a Pillar of Flame. Probably want Koth. Should I be playing Gutshot? There were a couple of turns there where Gutshot would have been kind of good. Just killing Hawks and stuff seems so miserable. You can also like Gutshot, snap Gutshot on a Stoneforge Mystic. Might be enough reason to play it. I think I want at least one Bonfire for clearing multiple Hawks potentially. I'm We could image Stoneforge Mystic, go get Runechanter's Pike. Unbeatable. Is Combust for this matchup specifically? I don't think so. None of this is for any of these matchups specifically. None of them are for any of these matchups. They're all standard decks from different time periods. Maybe Crush should be coming in. Zealous seems extremely bad here. You should not be boarding it in against Caw-Blade of all decks. Yeah, Vapor Snag's probably worse than, like, our Red Burn. Assuming we can cast that Red Burn. I might leave one Snag in. Yeah, this might just be too much red shit. At least got shots free. Correct, Sunset Bleach, yeah. Fuck. I guess. Not really a matchup where we want to be in the control role, I don't think. Guys, the Saint Draft would be difficult for us to cast in this mana base. Vapor Snag was always played. And Delver. Oh, they went to 5 cards. Well, that's quite good for us. That is less good for us. I don't understand why you think Vapor Snag is better with Geist. Or why it's relevant right now or anything. I'm just gonna play this game. Drawing the second Pike here is pretty bad. Pretty not ideal. I'm not in the business of mana leaking Squadron Hawks, no. I don't think that's a great strat. I might be in the business of pillaring them, Pillar of Flame. We did have to kill all fucking 4 of them last time. 2 down. You were supposed to counter that one. The mana leak might start to be dead. Like next turn, if they Stoneforge Mystic, I would need 2 of them. 2 leaks. We need Invisible Stalker. Because their hand is Condemn Oust. So, like. Yeah. Shit. So if we find a removal spell for this Stoneforge Mystic, then they'll have to cast the Batter Skull, and Mana Leak might be good again. But we do need to find it. Okay. So the opponent can gain 5 here with a Batter Skull if they equip, and just 4 if they don't equip. They can also oust one of their own creatures, though. That would gain them 3 life. They could also condemn the Batter Skull Germ after damage has been dealt, and that would gain some life, too. Or they think they're dead. It's cool. I'm down with that. Couple tweaks after that game. Maybe the Lighthouse should come out. One more pillar or something. We haven't cast a Delver yet. We have literally not cast a Delver. You lost 10 points, get wrecked. So again, we're going to be shocking ourselves with the Probe. If we draw into a Delver, we really want to be able to play it on turn 1. More Cobblade, sweet. They're not preordaning, so no reason to scour them. Should you make tea or coffee? Why not both? Fucking make coffee regular like how you normally would, and then dip not 1 but 2 tea bags and seep it in the coffee. Boom. New drink. New drink. All the strengths of coffee and tea combined. That just happened. That was just invented right here before your very eyes. You need to use 2 tea bags though, because coffee has a very strong flavor, and it'll drown out the tea if you only try and use 1 bag. So you need at least 2 tea bags. Sweet. Hey, Real Milkman, thanks for the 20 months there. GG's on the last game, destroyed you, put in the game 1 so badly. Yeah, I don't know. There's some complicated games. Some mistakes were made, for sure. That was the thing about Cobblade. People thought it was like a skill testing deck because there were like a lot of decisions. Sequencing your cantrips and stuff. I wouldn't beat yourself up too bad. But yeah, thanks for the match, and GG's. Oh damn, we got that LEL Drazi raid. Welcome, Raiders. We're playing some Blue-Red Delver versus Cobblade. This is our 2nd time facing this matchup. Right now we are in game 1. We're doing standard through the ages, so I believe we're playing Calcano's Blue-Red Delver list. Right now I'm thinking about whether I want to Vapor Snag a Stoneforge Mystic or a Batterskull Germ, and a Batterskull Germ seems better, but then they can just like equip it to the Stoneforge. But if you're bouncing Stoneforge, they just replay it and go get something awesome. So I guess we'll just wait. The main deck was not supposed to have Mana Leaks or Consecrated Sphinx, but the event on Moto actually lets you like adjust the main deck. And we did some adjusting. Got those leaks in there. Now we get an Incinerate. They just straight up didn't activate Stoneforge. Oh no. Bummer.
Don't wander around your memories, because you might get lost.
No, they have a leak for me. How unfortunate. How unfortunate. That Sphinx was gonna be so fucking good. I think we're gonna lose this one now. Now that the Sphinx isn't resolving. But we get to play it and draw a couple. Even if they like Jace bounce it or whatever. Would have been great. Are Delvers in our list? There are supposedly 4 Delvers in our list. I don't want to draw a Delver right now, though. I want to draw Invisible Stalker. That's like the only card that could bail me out of this. What about Sulphur Falls? Yep, not that one. In this style of matchup, you kind of want to draw Snapcaster Mages more than anything. Yeah, the alleged Delvers. Go Hawks, go! So the scary thing about Hawk here isn't, you know, the Hawks themselves, but rather the fact that they can carry that Batterskull, right, and carry that equipment. They also pair very well with the Jace Brainstorm. Well, there's Stalker. Can I pay for 2 leaks if I play the land? Yeah, that's probably worth, huh? So they do have answers to Rune Changer's Pike in the main deck. And, hell, the Batterskull might even just be good enough at racing. But we do have more spells in our deck, and now every spell that we draw is going to juice up this Pike a little bit more, even. Some burn-in stuff in here, too. Sir Matthew says, thanks for suggesting Sly. Just Pyroblast into Deceiver, Exarch with Twin on the stack. Nice. Yeah, Pyroblast is a real card, huh? It's a real card in this gauntlet. That's one of the... So the Sly deck has, like, some really good things going for it in the main deck. It gets to play Cursed Scroll and Wasteland and stuff, but, like... The other benefit of it is that it does have a real sideboard. It's got, like, some Shatter effects for Affinity, 4 Pyroblasts for all these blue decks. I'm getting Fate Sealed? Alright. I'm surprised the Battered Skull did not equip. Maybe they're not, maybe they have an answer to the Rune Changer's Pike, and that's what they want to do with their mana this turn. Or maybe they just missed the line, which is very good for me. I'm hoping it's the second one, of course. Fuck. This is a kicked into the Royal. Which is not as bad as... They do have a main deck Shatter. I think I'm just gonna pass. I'm worried about... We pay the equip cost for this Pike, and then they, on their turn, equip Squadron Hawk, serve in, we Vapor Snag, and they Mana Leak. But if I don't pay the equip cost now, we'll be able to Vapor Snag and pay for Mana Leak. And then we can just untap and, you know, do Pike stuff then. Jace's Fate Sealing again. Interesting. Can we find another Pike? Another Pike's lethal. Opponent's tapped out. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Plus 1 is 12 damage. 13 with the probe. And then 3 from Snap Incinerate puts them to 1. I think I want this. It's not as good as Lethal would be, but it's pretty good. Day of Judgment. Day of Judgment. And Leak. Maybe I'm just supposed to kill this fucking Jace. God, this Day of Judgment's really throwing a wrench in my plans. God, we're so close. When you put them to 1. Vapor snagging our own creature doesn't work because they're gonna have Mana Leak, right? So they're gonna attack with a Squadron Hawk, and then we have to what? Snapcast, target Vapor Snag, and then have the Vapor Snag resolve on our Invisible Stalker, and they would Mana Leak there. They'd have the mana to Mana Leak and play the Wrath of God. Squadron Hawk's actually kind of a pill. Now I wish I'd fucking hit them. So they need to Wrath. They need to Wrath for sure. AFK Sandwich thanks to the sub, thanks to the 37 months. No, they have a Mana Leak Mark Chalice. I could have played the Snapcaster and paid for a Mana Leak, but the Snapcaster couldn't have done anything. Remember that the Hawk's gonna fucking make me discard a card, because that's how Sword of Feast and Famine works. So I can't hold the Snapcaster in hand. I'd have to do something now to not discard the Snapcaster. And had I smacked them, like, they still get to gain 7 here. So they'd be at 11 or whatever. Yeah, I think I'm just dead, even with the double fireball here. To like actually have lethal. We can like kill Hawk, flashback, kill Hawk. They can actually just like start putting it on Nexus and stuff. The Sword of Feast and Famine was the reason I couldn't like chill and dick around with Snapcaster there. So awkward that we could get them to 1 life exactly. But, you know, 1 life's pretty good.
There's a place I can trace every line of me. I can taste every inch of the space I step into.
And putting them to 1 wasn't very good, because we knew the top card of our library was a mountain, so that line wouldn't have made any sense.
Sometimes I feel something deep down. I don't know if the night's gonna get
Still not sure about the Koth. Really good at pressuring Planeswalkers, though.
I see the black circles around me.
Yeah, Moreland Haunt was great. A lot better than Desolate Lighthouse.
Feel the blue aura wrap around me.
I think last time I like cut a couple snags
Silence, please. I'm feeling
and Incinerate.
silence.
Yeah. So my opponent also edited their deck to have Wrath of God in the main deck. This is not in the main of a lot of lists. Real bummer, if you ask me. Probably good in this tournament. The $5 control deck wants to be main decking Wrath of God as well. No Delver, no Stalker is awkward. 4 lands is also kind of awkward. Yeah, right, Fate Lord? Hey, did anybody realize that a lot of folks actually preferred blue-white Delver in this format? And that was the standard? Did anybody know that? I don't... This is this rare bit of historical data that not a lot of folks are aware of, and I'm really glad that I can bring it to everyone's attention. Nobody was aware. Very obscure deck, that blue-white Delver. Do I think Caw-Blade's the best deck? No. No, I do not. Caw-Blade's playable, but I do think it's a little bit weak to Twin. But Twin doesn't beat everything anyway either. Oh, this is a nice Delver opener. Next turn we just get to like show them the fucking mana leak. Run out another Delver. Stoneforge Mystic is gonna make me pillar. Maybe that means I hold the second Delver Hom. And the downside of not running out the second Delver is now, we're not flipping off that gut shot. And the opponent knows about mana leak. Clever play by them here, get me off blue. I knew about Tech Edge, so like I probably should have, you know, tapped the damn Sulphur Falls to play my Delver instead of my island. Something to keep an eye out for. So Squawks a lot is here to party. Very tempting to cast this Ponder here. Because we could hit land, right? Set up the land for the mana leak, and then you leak something, and then you untap and pike equip, and have lethal. Or maybe the Ponder finds a burn spell or something, but the odds of whiffing, like what if the top 3 cards are like all burn spells? You just want to like shuffle that and like not have your leak. And I like holding onto the leak. I like holding the leak up because of Wrath of God, right? I want to make sure that we don't get wrathed out of this game. These delightful Delvers doing their delightful business here. I did not play Blue-Green Madness yet, no. That's one of the decks I'm going to play tomorrow. Could almost just let this Stoneforge resolve. Nice. To game 3 we go. So that's what a Delver draw looks like. Isn't that neat? Kind of reconsidering whether I want Sphinx in or not. It kind of keeps their mana leaks live super late into the game. Could play another Burn Spell, could play another Incinerate or a Vapor Snag or something. I've gone back into a lot of games with Sphinx though. One was pretty good. Imagine like a follow-up to a Wrath of God, right? Yeah, I'll leave it in. I'll leave it in. How was Fairies? I went 1 and 2 with Fairies, but the deck felt good. Some of it was just like, we didn't play very many turn 2 Bitter Blossoms. Was a big part of it. Maybe I should have been mulliganing more aggressively. This hand's actually bad. I almost kept this. I almost like snap kept this because I was like, ooh, mana leak and a Snapcaster. Both of those are great cards, right? But we're cold to turn 2 Stoneforge Mystic. We don't have any cantrips to help find burn. We don't have any burn. You just gotta mold this, I think. This is much better. Oh, that's a fucking Delver hand, huh? No turn 2 Stoneforge Mystic. Daddy likey. I played 5 cards. Fuck, whatever. We can Snap Ponder to either, like, find another red source or to shuffle the Koth away, however we want to play that. Yeah, they should have one more card revealed, but I don't remember what it was. Oops. Seachrome? I just deleted the Seachrome. Was it 2? So the other line here would be just casting this Ponder. And then Gut Shot, Snap Gut Shot to clear the Stoneforge Mystic. Make sure they're not playing Batterskull this turn. And the cool thing about resolving Ponder here is that it could put the Koth into our hand. And then set up the land drop. Set up the red source. For play post sweeper. I've been leaked. So we can snap back, cast back Probe here and draw a card, which gets us closer to Koth mana. Or we can pass, and then if they Wrath, we go Gut Shot, snap Gut Shot, and then untap and attack them down to 1. Both are great lines, right? Both have their pros and cons here. I'm just gonna pass. Because if you whiff on the red mana, the second red mana for Koth, then the Snapcaster Probe line is a little bit weak to Wrath of God. Delver bounced. There's like Condemn that they could have. I think I'll kill the Jace. We could deal them 2 and then attack them, and then they Condemn Delver and go to 1, but like Dismember doesn't stop us here. Just attacking them for 5. Well, Delver beaten up on Cobblade back to back. Considering bringing in Grim Lavamancer over Incinerate. Lavamancer's great in this field. It's just awkward with Pike, Exile and stuff. A mountain would be a win either way. Mark Chalice. Mountain wins regardless of what they're holding and what we target with the Gut Shot. You like the Gut Shot tech so far versus the field? Yeah, I mean, so far we've only faced Squadron Hawk decks, but you want the Gut Shot in the main against Delvers. Yeah. It just combines with Snapcaster well. I think the best version of Delver, it was playing 4 Probe, 4 Thought Scour, 4 Ponder, like this version was, but it was main decking Leaks, and then it was main decking like Quad Gut Shot, and just had like a very low lane count. And the Delvers were just like always fucking flipping. No, it would win regardless, Mark Chalice. Regardless of what they're holding, it would win. It doesn't matter what you target with the Gut Shot. A mountain for Koth beats like Condemn, right? Suppose. I think I'm gonna keep this hand and put the Pike back. Then turn 2, we can Ponder for a blue source for Delver. Not as ideal as like, I mean, we're kind of like losing the play by playing Sulphur Falls here on turn 1 instead of going turn 1 Delver. Oh shit, Omnath stuff, huh? Fuck it, let's Delver him. Why is Koth in there? I boarded Koth in. Koth is really good versus Jace the Mind Sculptor specifically, which our opponent was playing. So I thought it was a good board in. How hazardous. This person's main decking Wilt. The Wilt's not in the main deck of the opponent's list. Oh, I think they wanted to cut the blue land thing or what's it? Mill to Pike, unfortunate. Kind of need to find a mana leak here. Yeah, like that. Got the opponent down to 21. It's pretty good. So the issue right now is the opponent playing a land and getting back Uro next turn. I should be playing a red for that, maybe. Yes.
It's all I wanna do.
So it comes into play on tap land would have gotten me real good. Right now our issue is that we're not dealing enough damage. Like they're still favored, even with the counter here. The Earl will just be back in a few turns. We'd like Pike or something. One of the Pikes is in our bin. Convert our Stag into a Ponder. Ugly. Incendiary does kill this Bone Crusher Giant, but again, that's not really what I want to be doing, right? I just want to pike up my Snapcaster, start getting some real damage in. Fuck. You play enough cantrips. You play enough cantrips, you'll fucking hit your land drops whether you want to or not. Well, we went down to 22 land for a reason. Even with the Consecrated Sphinx in here. On the fireballs.
do.
Well, that's all very good. Alright, you win. I guess we'll try the image plan. I don't think it's great. I don't think it's super, but I'll try it. Must kills Omnath by itself. That's not bad. Should play Zealous too. And just cut all this like rinky-dink burn shit. Maybe Dungeon Geist is where I want to be. Doesn't feel like it. Maybe if I want to play 2 6-drops, if I want to play the Sphinx and the Frost Titan, maybe I play 23 land. And then yeah, I think I want to just cut some snags, some snag action. Something like this. Pillar works against Uro, it's this shit. Because I would need to combine it with Combust or something to actually kill an Uro. Gutshot kills Lotus Cobra really cleanly, really efficiently. So I think it's going to stay in. They might board out their fucking Cobras. I was doing that in some matchups earlier. With the Omnath deck. If they felt particularly vulnerable. They might not, though. I don't know. Let's try this. No Atog, because Pillars of Sorcery. You could do that with Spray. The Mardu Vehicles deck is playing Spray. You could do it with that deck. Kill the Uro with the trigger on the stag. But Pillars of Sorcery, so you don't have an opportunity to do it there. You can only kill it when they bring it back, and, you know.
Oh shit, what up?
Hey, Mortifin, thanks for the sub, thanks for 49 months. I think Invisible Stalker plus Pike could potentially win this matchup. Just by getting around all of their burn and stuff. They do have Wilt. They do have Wilt for Pike. I agree that Gutshot is better than Spikefield Hazard. What was under the Stalker again? Another fucking Snapcaster? I mean, I'll draw it next turn. Doesn't matter. I've been stomped. Stomp it out. Oh, it's image. Right. Tries to make fucking 2 Stalkers. Probably not. I don't know if I like this shit or not. Not sure at all. Yeah. So imaging Omnath is great, but kind of only if you can actually kill their Omnath, because they are a way better Omnath deck. So if we could like image Omnath and then dismember it, but this list doesn't have dismembers in it. Meanwhile, the Omnath's getting like a pile of life. So we need to be able to win this matchup, we need to like be able to leak that Omnath on 4, so this just like doesn't happen. And then we need to have enough churn that the Pike is actually dealing damage, because right now the Pike's not dealing damage. It's not enough. Or we're not playing Dismember because there's red removal for the things that we want to be killing. Is it too much to hope that we can Snapcast Leak on Uro? I think so. Just like an untapped land undoes that. Let's Snap Ponder. Jesus. At this point, I think my only real hope is finding Frost Titan for the Uro. But they're not bringing Uro back. Or maybe they are. Yeah, they're just playing a land here. Fuck, maybe Mana Leak would have worked. Maybe the Snap Mana Leak plan would have worked. What all they had to do to play around it was like not play Cobra. Oh, they're not going for Uro. They're going for this. Okay. Now the Wilt gets to kill my Pike, assuming they don't want to Felidar retreat. I think they can do both. Yeah. Yeah, Pike gone. Retreat down. Yeah, I can pack this one. I don't think that matchup's unwinnable, but I think we need like a very specific draw, or the opponent's draw just like not match up well against ours at all. Yeah, very tough. Them having answers for the turn 1 Delver relieved a lot of pressure, but even still, it's gonna be a tough one. Is Zoo the best deck? I mean, maybe. We didn't play Zoo against the Omnath deck. I bet the Omnath deck bodies the Zoo deck too, huh? The Zoo deck does get to play Umezawa's, which makes it really nice in the creature mirrors. But I think the Omnath deck might be the best. The little power creep. Let's see, so it's 2 in the morning. This is actually a really good time to call the night, huh?